Welcome to our podcast in where we will be talking about life in all its flavor. And we will be trying to make ripples with words. And our topic for today is making a difference. To share her journey and experiences is a beauty queen, a mixed VJ host, an actress, a businesswoman, and an impressively strong advocate for environmental sustainability, people with disabilities, and youth leadership. Let's all welcome Aya Fernandez. Hi, Aya!
Wow, grabe naman yung intro na yun. Hello, Jonathan. How are you? And
Hi,
of
Aya.
course, hello to everyone or to you who is listening right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time and the consideration to joining us here today.
Oh naman.
So, looking at your profile, you're really the best person to talk to about making a difference. And is it okay if we go straight to the point na?
Yeah, go. And grabe naman yung best person. I'm just one of the many, of course.
One of the many, yes. Thank you so much for that. All right, so what is making a difference for Aya Fernandez? What is it on you?
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for that very wonderful question. Good evening. No, I feel like making a difference is simply the word influence. Like, kasi the tendency for people when they hear make a difference, it sounds too overwhelming for some, or ako personally when I hear make a difference, but it sounds too heavy. So it's as simple as an influence. May it be a person or 1,000, for as long as you spark a fire to another, and then that person does the ripple, that's it.
Yes.
Mission accomplished.
Wow. Wow, thank you for that. I mean, I couldn't agree more. At the end of it's very related to the podcast. Now, you've done so much already. Oh yeah, please continue.
I just wanted to add na parang it's not actually palakihan ng influence also, kasi there's this misconception when you make a difference, kailangan grand, flashy.
Yes.
Photops here and there.
Yeah.
For me, the smallest act of kindness beats the grandest intention. So you do it one at a time, on a daily habit, and then, at the end of a long journey, you'd come to realize na as they just pile up, may nagawa ka na palang malaki. So, yun.
Wow. I couldn't agree more. Ang sabi nga nila, we need more people doing something than a few people doing it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Pero ang ganda ng sinabi mo kasi na yung iba nagiging rason na I'm not capable enough, I'm not financially ready to make a difference, or I'm not, andun yung mga rason. Pero sabi mo nga, the smallest act is good enough. And it's better actually, as you said. Now, you've done so much already. Is it okay if we ask you your age?
Me right now, I am 22.
Wow, at a very young age, and you've done so much. But of course, it's not a race. But very inspiring. How did it start for you? Was there a triggering situation that I wanted to influence people, I wanted to be a role model, or you did not even think about this? You just did things?
I feel like it started grade school days pa.
Grade school days pa? Wow.
Mm-hmm. But when I reached high school, I feel like that's the concrete part where it started, because I was student council in high school from first year to fourth year. In fourth year, I was the president of the Supreme Student Government, and then I feel like it started there. Na my position in high school, it shouldn't end there, kasi my grades from grade school, because I was private school, I was in a private exclusive school, and then I transferred to a science high school. A science high school is still considered a public school under Department of Education. And when I transferred from grade school to high school, I saw the huge gap. And I think that's where my heart started to, be closer to public service. Na it's beyond the position. It's really making things happen for the people who are marginalized. Lalo na when I was in high school. Kasi I was Makati Science High School, and then meron kasing mga students na coming from private din and public school from yung mga nag-entrance exam. So, halo-halo din Kumbaga, you can still really see the gap. And
Yes.
there was a huge gap, like what we see now in society. So, yun, I think it started there. And then the
Wow.
hunger to, to commit na it shouldn't end here. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, thank you for that. How are you during these times? High school, you're president of the Supreme Government, as you said, in school. Or were there times na, kasi, di ba, yung iba parang stereotype, high school, you want to enjoy and things like this. And then you were there, you were getting it, you were inspired. You had this maturity level to be able to be awakened to the problems that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
How was it for you? Was it challenging? Were there times na you wanted to, make more friends instead of doing your responsibilities in the council?
Mm-hmm.
Or may ganun ka bang naging dilemma?
In terms of friends, lahat friends mo, student council Oo, talaga. In terms of fun, ayun, wala akong naging boyfriend. NBSB, never dated. Mga ganon. Yeah, medyo may parang regret. Pero it's more of, kaya naman, now looking back, parang kaya naman ipagsabay yung boys sa student council. Actually, kaya naman parang I just didn't do it. Parang, if I were to go back in high school, shucks, I could have, dated the cutest guy. Kasi I feel like I have the power to do that kasi, tatanggi ka ba sa student council pag sinabing, hoy, mag-date tayo, diba? So I should have done that.
Yes.
So pero, ano naman, yes, back in high school, I remember some days crying kasi parang, I think, I should be enjoying my youth, but then
exactly.
You will never be called a leader until you are willing to sacrifice.
That's beautiful. Thank you very much for that one. Wow. You will never be called a leader if you're not willing to sacrifice. Wow. How was your parents with all your endeavors? I mean, how's your parents? Were they supportive? Ang iniisip ko kasi, di ba, yung ibang magulang, especially right now, you're very vocal on your social media about junking terror bill and other political stands. How's your parents with this? Diba some parents would be scared? I mean,
let's start with high school, college. They were always strongly against everything that I do.
Wow.
Because I'm very active nga in school. Nung tawag na nga nila sa akin, Miss Extracurricular. I leave the house before sunrise. I go home, wala na ring sun. So, parang nagdo-dorm na lang ako sa bahay. Anyway, after college, I think I embraced the responsibility of empowering my mom as well, of explaining, kasi she's 60 plus na and so she's considered a boomer. I explained to her, feminism views. I explained to her properly what's happening. She knew history. She knows very well the history. And so I just, explain, continuous dialogue. And yun, right now, if like when I post naman, I feel like I post it as if how I will speak in person. So she's not, she's afraid, but then I just always tell her, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? And then she'll just nod. Okay, ikaw na.
Wow, thank you for that. So was it a process? Madali ba nung you're trying to empower your mom, you're trying to share these beliefs to your mom?
I would.
Or nahirapan ka sa umpisa?
Yes, it was difficult. Oo, it was. But it will just, wala siyang magagawa. I just didn't care. Parang bahala ka dyan. At first, I think it was a process. Kasi at first, trying to explain, I was being yung mild. But then dumating na rin ako sa point na bahala na kayo dyan. Yun, dumating na kami rin sa ganun point, and I'll explain again. And then now, she's na lang. Time to time, she will remind me. Ganon.
Wow. So, thank you for sharing that. Of course, in this pursuit of yours, I mean, you have a business, which is Project Lily PH, and then you also have a lot of endeavors. Did a roadblock arrive for you na naisip mo, hindi na talaga ito mangyayari, hindi siya mag-workout, and then, pero nangyari? it happened anyway.
A lot.
So you were able to go through that roadblock. Is it okay if you share something like that?
A lot.
A lot.
Super, yes. A lot talaga. Siguro I will... Siguro one thing was when we started way back in 2017. 2016 actually. In Project Lily. So to those who are listening, Project Lily is a livelihood project, and then we make charcoals from water hyacinth, or what we call water lily, the ones we see floating at the Pasig River, not the lily na flower ha. Water lily na nasa Ilog Pasig. They're called invasive species kasi they spread like super wild, and then they pollute the waters, and then they kill the marine life because of their population. We need them, but then yun nga, since the water is dirty, they grow a lot, and then they clog the waterways. So we use agricultural wastes din kasi, coconut waste in particular, and water lilies. And then during that time, I was 17 years old.
Wow.
My course, I was a freshman in college. My course was broadcast communication. It's not related to engineering, which we're very heavy in in machines, in basta IE stuff. Although my background is from science high school, it takes another technical skill for that. But anyway, another thing is that I'm female. I'm 17 years old, and I know, wait lang, 17 ba ako nun? Wait, 19, I'm sorry, 19. Yeah, 19. And then, and it was, and I know I knew nothing about business. So, yun, but during that time, hindi ko yun na-realize na parang in the process of doing it, tsaka ko na lang na-realize looking back. It became a roadblock in so many levels. And I think I was able to overcome through the people around me. Through the people I work with also in Project Lily. It's never just me. Those people who mentored me, those people who help in financing, those people who outright telling me my, the things that I have to improve, tough love, and of course, the people who work in Project Lily, it's really them, the top one. So, yun.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. Going back to Project Lily, you were 19 years old. What made you do it? And where did you get the confidence to do it?
Kasi dapat talaga hindi na natin minimension yung age. Kasi parang that time, parang hindi ko talaga siya iniisip na ganitong age pa lang ako. Parang I just felt what was right. Anyway, paano ba? Kasi nung senior high school, so after kasi ng senior high school, that was the time na merong academic calendar shift. If to those who are listening, diba, before yung pasukan was June, and then that time, nung papasok na ako sa UP, sa college, ginawang August. So I had nothing to do for 5 months. And then, I had a lot of ideas for livelihood project from my science research project in 4th year or senior high school. So my science project or science research was about water lily, making fiberglass reinforcement out of water lily. Fiberglass reinforcement, 'di ba, yung fiberglass, yung glass, meron siyang fibers sa loob pero we just don't see it. So we used water lilies as an alternative. So it's where my advocacy on water lilies, using it as a livelihood project, it started there. And then after high school, I wanted to make a livelihood project out of my research, but it's parang kumbaga science research siya, pero high school level pa lang. So hindi worth yung investment if ever. Mahal yung materials. So ay naghanap ako ng ibang paraan. So that year 2015, I joined Miss Teen Earth Philippines. That was like my first pageant. wala talaga sa isip ko sumali ng pageant. But then I have nothing to do nga. So my sister really convinced me. And one, I have nothing to do. Second, I wanted a platform where I can conduct my livelihood project in my head. Kasi madali lang eh. Parang I knew people na eh. I knew those people who can make, kasi I researched yung mga gumagawa ng mga bags. So just for context, the first Project Lily is actually a livelihood project in Pasig. We were making bags from water lily. So parang mukha siyang leather look bag. Ganon yung itsura niya. So you can search it up. And then yun yung first version in 2015. So I just connected people from the barangay. They financed my plan, and then yun, ako lang yun talaga sa operations, yung scheduling, yung budgeting, ganon, and organizing it for 1 week yun. And then after the class, those who attended the livelihood project had their own businesses na. So they had their own small businesses na. And then in 2016, I've met a group of PWDs who knew how to make the charcoal out of water lily. So the technology is actually from Department of Energy and DENR. Tapos tinuruan sila. And then when I met them, using my ipon from modeling, hosting. Yeah, kasi libre naman yung tuition ko nung high school eh. Tapos libre din yung college ko. I had my ed plan. So parang nakapag-ipon ako. Bunso rin ako. So parang yun yung ginamit kong money as a seed capital para makapag-invest ng machines. And then yun, the rest is history.
Wow, congratulations.
But still ongoing, ha? I mean, I feel like you're still on the way actually. As much as you make bola na I'm doing a lot of stuff, successful, I feel like we still have a long way to go, as in.
Wow. You are humble. Thank you for that. What makes the charcoal water lily different from other regular briquettes?
Yung
more sustainable, more advantageous. What makes it that one?
Number one, we don't use wood. Kasi yung regular na uling, charcoal for cooking, is wood. Imagine how many mountains of, yung kailangan mong patayin para magkaroon ng uling. So we use waste. And then also they have more heat. Masyadong technical, but we have 11,000 BTU. Yung regular charcoal kasi is around 6,000 BTU. That's like the unit number for the heat. Kami 11,000. And then it is easier to ignite. It lasts longer. It is cost efficient, and of course, we don't use trees. In fact, for every 12 packs, we save 1 tree. Yeah.
Wow. You truly are an eco warrior. Thank you for that. And it's amazing to realize that everything started and all you needed to do was practically spark a fire, and then everybody followed.
Well, it's actually maybe more of people sparking the fire to me, and then me just reflecting it and passing it on. Siguro ganon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Let's talk about how about the workers, as you said naman. What kind of support besides employment do they receive? Do they have social programs, educational support?
Before when we started 2016 to 2017, yung programs namin, nag-fundraise ako for wheelchairs, for crutches. And then, kasi 2018, medyo naglaylo ako noon eh. Actually, naglaylo ako until 2019 because it was my graduating year in college. And 2018 was also the time that I joined Mutya ng Pilipinas 2018. That's why naglaylo ako. And so, yung programs namin for them would mainly come from the wage. Yun.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. Siguro one last question regarding Project Lily. You have well, as you said, you still have a journey to go. Well, is going to distribute to the global market a prospect for you?
Honestly, no. I would like to
No.
focus on being a business by a Filipino for the Filipino. It is,
Wow.
but I tell you, it's right now it's feasible for
Yeah.
us to export. But I don't know.
Exactly.
I have my own vision that I'd like to build a strong foundation here in the Philippines, and ang layo pa natin. I mean, mahirap pero
Wow.
kaya. Yun.
Wow. Thank you for that.
But of course,
Wow. Yung iba, di ba, the moment it comes, they step
siguro
on it
export
already.
mga in 20 years, mga ganun. Pero gusto ko mas focus ko yung gusto ko mangyari dito sa Pilipinas. Na mag-focus tayo sa sustainable charcoals, sa eco briquettes. So, yun.
Yes. Wow.
And
Salamat.
lastly, I'd like to clarify, just because you export doesn't mean that's that's a benchmark that your business is getting bigger. Like if to those who are listening, if you have a business, wag yun ang gawin nating benchmark. I hope ang gawin nating benchmark is the way you impact the community here in the Philippines, our people, our culture, how you flourish and improve what we have here in our country, because that's what we need. And of course, kasama na dyan yung income. But in terms of impact and the measure of growth, sana wag nating kalimutan yung social impact. Yeah.
Wow. Beautifully said. You truly are a voice for youth empowerment. Thank you for that. Let's go to youth empowerment naman. I mean, wow. I'm just hearing how passionate you are with Project Lily and how you want to benefit the Philippines. How do you think the other youths will play in the role in today's political and social climate of the Philippines? As a youth,
they have so much power.
In
youth,
wow.
Tayo, I don't, yeah.
Yes.
Kasi ang youth, hanggang 30 years old. So, I don't know how old you are, but I just assume you're below 30. But anyway,
oh gosh.
A lot, ang dami nating kayang gawin. Kasi yung youth today, tayo yung nakakaintindi ng paano ba? Merong digital native and then merong digital immigrant. And then karamihan ng mga youth ngayon are digital native. Kumbaga, ibig sabihin, pinanganak ng meron ng social media. So they have more, they have a more complex and more creative mind on how to utilize the technology now on making this society a better place. And ako kasi parang boundary ako ng immigrant and native kasi naabutan ko pa yung parang nagsascratch ka pa sa card ng internet. Naabutan ko pa yan eh. So, number 1, to spread vital information, to talk about what we're supposed to talk about. That's the power of the youth. Second, not besides from what to think, we can spread how to think. So, diba, aside from spreading facts, the youth today can strongly tell everyone how to think. But, of course, there is this accountability and responsibility to be, open for criticisms, for discourse, kasi at the end of the day, syempre, may wisdom pa rin yung mas matatanda. So, wag masyadong entitled. So, ang sinasabi ko lang, diba, ang daming resources. So, mas mataas yung creativity na kayang ibigay. So, yun. Wag sanang ma-pressure. Yun lang. Wag sanang ma-pressure. But more of a challenge.
Wow. Thank you for that. I mean, I was supposed to ask that for the next question and you answered it already. Thank you for so much. Now, this time naman, I love the way you answer. I mean, you truly walk the talk. Diba? what keeps you grounded despite your accomplishments today? How has being a public figure changed the way you interact?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
First is, what keeps you grounded despite your accomplishments today? Kasi I mean, listening to you right now, if anything, never mo inangkin yung success.
Pero to be honest,
you're very
honest,
humble.
Jonathan, parang wala naman din kasi yung karapatan magyabang. Like, to begin with, ewan ko, parang never ko naman din kasi naisip na, uy, I don't know. I don't know if I make sense, but parang, parang wala rin naman akong magyabang. And siguro, what keeps me grounded, I have a long way to go As in, layo pa. Yeah. So, yun.
Wow. Thank you for that one. And then, wow. In your journey, you went to pageants, now you're an actress, now you're a mixed VJ host. Did this somehow change the way you interact? Or hindi talaga, wala? Or did you need to adjust some things? Some obstacles arise?
What do you mean, like, yung youth leadership? Oh, youth leadership is is me. Parang, that became my foundation of my character, of my integrity, of my grit. And I just wanted also to prove to myself na you can be of service to other people in any profession that you take. And yeah, it made me. It didn't only change me, but it made me me. Yun.
Wow. Thank you for that, Aya. And maybe last question before we go to the last part of the podcast. Do you have, you're doing so much. You're juggling so many things. Do you have some kind of methodology or routine in dealing with high pressure, highly demanding projects or competitions? Or pag nagpa-pile up na lahat, what do you do?
Yung
how do you handle that?
Ever since kahit nung nag-aaral pa ako, I always write in my planner. So that's me I'm not saying that it's applicable to everyone, but me, I really write it down like very specific. And like example, when I like every night kasi I plan what I'm gonna do for the next day or for the whole week. So alam mo yung as simple as pati pagligo sinusulat ko kasi parang it gives me a sense of accomplishment or a tap on my own shoulder when I able to take a bath and then I tick the box. Parang it kind of gives me okay, calm down, you're doing well. Nakaligo ka. So one check, one down. So ganon. And then another thing how I handle I pause when I need to. I cry when I need to. I hibernate when I need to. I sleep when I have to. Kasi before yun yung mistakes parang I feel guilty when I rest. But actually, rest is a very vital part of the process. Like, dapat nililista ko siya. Like, this time break, rest, ganyan. Like, kailangan siya. And lalo na ngayon, it's vital for the mental strength.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. What is your message to wrap up the podcast? What's your message for the youth, especially right now in the times of these challenging times? We have a virus and then we have a lot of political stuff happening. What's your message to the listeners?
Okay. Hi, hello to you listening. So whatever you're going through right now, ako personally, nung nag-start in June, I felt really overwhelmed. Like patong-patong international news, local news. Minsan napapaisip ako, should I open my social media? Kasi parang toxic. Or should I open it for information? And then I realized, hinga tayo, and then bangon ulit. Kasi if we are not going to engage right now, who else will do it? And this is the time that we are not supposed to be, relaxed. It is the time that this country needs us the most. I hope you won't feel overwhelmed and pressure, but rather be empowered. Kasi mapa-celebrity ka or non-showbiz, you have the capacity to bring out, your opinion, and that opinion can make a whole lot difference. And through the course of history, that was proven na eh. So I hope in whatever we do, I know it is very important to be to have self-care, yes, but I hope, I pray we never forget to move forward and to have that never forget to help others do the same. That we dream for others too. That we continue to uplift ourselves and uplift other people. Thank you.
Wow. Speechless. Thank you for that, Aya. And once again, we are very grateful to have you here.
Jonathan, I forgot pala something.
Yeah.
Never let life being hard on you harden your heart too. Kasi may mga times na dumaan ako sa ganong phase, yung galit ako sa mundo. Kasi parang, ano ba yan?
Exactly.
Parang for me, hindi naman sa pag-ano, parang mabuti naman yung ginagawa ko, pero parang bakit ang dami talagang
Exactly.
ang daming kontrabida. Pero parang iniisip ko, walang bidang di naaapi. So, laban lang. Oo.
Wow. Thank you for that. I mean, super needed yan ngayon. There's a lot of people who are out of jobs and they're just trying to get by.
And also pala, aside from writing down, you pray. Yan pala. I pray talaga. Sobra. Lalo na ngayon.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Aya. Wow, well.
Thank you.
Wow. Just one word. Wow. We are really grateful to have you here, and definitely thank you so much for making ripples with your words. And once again, that's Aya Fernandez on the topic of making a difference, or rather, making an influence.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aya.
Bye.
Bye, Aya. Thank you.